We're going from the GOP taking the House to a milestone for meat grown in a lab. It's The Seven from The Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Thursday, November 17th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. At number 1, Republicans have recaptured control of the House. Yesterday, the party got a win in California in the 27th Congressional District. That gave Republicans 218 seats and their slim majority in the House. The balance of power in Congress is now split. That makes it a lot harder for Democrats and President Biden to do what they want over the next 2 years. Over in the other chamber, there was a vote for Minority Leader. Senator Mitch McConnell will keep the job after a win over Florida Senator Rick Scott. McConnell afterwards said that he was grateful and spoke about the broader midterms.
We collectively, I think, had a good discussion about what happened in the election and what happens in the next election. And I think everybody in our conference agrees we want to give it our best shot to finish the job in Georgia and concentrate on that for the next month.
The runoff for the Georgia Senate race is December 6th. Number 2, the Senate took a big step to protect same-sex marriage.
On this vote, the yeas are 62, the nays are 37. 3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn having voted in the affirmative, the motion is agreed to.
12 Republican senators joined Democrats yesterday to advance the Respect for Marriage Act. This clears the way for its final passage this week. Democrats felt that this was needed because they say that marriage equality and other rights could be at risk after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade earlier this year. Number 3, multiple explosions were reported across Ukraine today. Russia has stepped up its strikes after Ukraine retook the southern city of Kherson last week. Meanwhile, Western officials believe that the deadly explosion in Poland on Tuesday was caused by a stray Ukrainian air defense missile, rather than Russia. At number 4, Los Angeles has elected a woman as mayor for the first time ever. And she is Democratic Congresswoman Karen Bass. After a close race, she was projected to defeat Rick Caruso. He's a billionaire real estate developer and fellow Democrat. The city has been reeling from a racism scandal and is also struggling to find solutions for violent crime, homelessness, and corruption. Number 5, Starbucks employees plan to walk off the job today. This strike is happening in dozens of cities. The protest is over the way the company is handling union negotiations. The strike is expected at over 100 stores and will coincide with Red Cup Day. That's when Starbucks hands out free reusable mugs. This is the first time that unionized Starbucks baristas have banded together across the country, and it's part of a wave of increased labor activity this year. At number 6, Harvard and Yale law schools are abandoning a major college ranking system. The schools said yesterday that the annual rankings from the U.S. News and World Report are problematic and don't put students first. The rankings have been facing growing criticism for years. It's too soon to say whether the school's decision will have a wider impact. And number 7, meat grown in a lab is moving closer to your dinner plate. Yesterday, it was declared safe to eat by the FDA. This paves the way for products made from real animal cells, but that don't require slaughter, to be sold in stores in the coming months. This is important because animal-based foods account for 20% of greenhouse gas emissions, and experts think that this technology for lab-grown meat could change that. All right, you are all caught up. I'm Jeff Pierre. I will meet you back here tomorrow.